sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They go play action. Bridgewater. And incomplete to open things up. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Pete Werner drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Throwing, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Mayfield to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Mayfield. He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Darnell Mooney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Play action now. Bridgewater. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
A run here with Dearness Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A handoff left. McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 44 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
His throw caught right around the 6. And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jeffrey Simmons make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page. That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
These 2 teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. Bridgewater's throw here into the hands of Jones.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, this is Jackson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Play fake. Bridgewater looking for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Demarcus Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Gostkowski with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
On the return, Devin Duvernay. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Indy set to go on offense once more.
And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big connection on that one. 39 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Complete to Mooney on the slant.
Touchdown!
Darnell Mooney
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
They run on first down with Jackson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Second down, another carry for Jackson.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on first down. It's Jackson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. He dumps this one off to Jackson, the running back. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. We'll check on his status when we get back. Dancing to his left. He opted to go with a scramble. Gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation. 6 defensive backs on the field. So he's looking for anyone to throw the football to. But he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it. But he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it?
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. The point after try for Gostkowski. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively, and 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield.
He will find his man Chase complete.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They go play action. Mayfield. This is the tight end fan. And he's brought down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Play fake. Mayfield. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Mayfield with it once more. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Darnell Mooney in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Well, the Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's caught by his tight end, Kylen Granson. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Mayfield looks to throw.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Mayfield now. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Again, McCaffrey.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's turned. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On second down now, it's Jackson, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Bridgewater. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
On first down, Jackson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Being chased out left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Mayfield off the play fake. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 69 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. This is McCaffrey on the give. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Dearness Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw is Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Myers.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words,
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Jordan in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Osa Odighizuwa. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Juan Thornhill. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they will take a knee here. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. From the 45 on 2nd down, Bridgewater, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Bridgewater's throw pulled in by Robinson here.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. A big play there on the catch and run. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Bridgewater. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Texans. Keyshawn Vaughn, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Second and 11.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Again, it's Johnson. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and we talk so much about the